Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So, whatever be the videos I'm uploading, Power BI service is very, very important, guys. So you should not leave it. You need to practice, but it's very easy, not at all complex, right? You need to invest some 1 week or 10 days time and complete all these videos and write the notes. But SQL Server is even more important. You need to practice thoroughly, even though queries got over and you need to start doing T-SQL programming, and in that you have views, stored procedures, functions, triggers, lot of things are available. Watch everything, but concentrate on the stored procedures, right, from the T-SQL. Then the last topic will be indexes. So top three topics from the SQL is what? Top three topics. Queries you have to know clearly, then stored procedures and indexes. These are the important topics that you have to study, fully when you're learning SQL and T-SQL, right? So these are the topics. Remaining views are there, triggers are there, cursors are there, lot of other things are there that you can just watch once and practice. But these are very, very important. When you do the end-to-end project, in that also we have a complex stored procedures that you will be able to learn. Complex queries also you will be able to write. So compulsorily you do the end-to-end project, because when you learn SQL Server, you will not be able to write complex stored processes and everything. But when you do end-to-end project, so here this project is going to start with SSIS, data warehousing, then it is going to be having SQL, stored procedures, then you have cube also, SSIS cube will be there, then you have SSRS reports are there, that you have to cut and create them using Power BI. So this project will have a lot of things. So, but after completing SSIS, you need to start with the end-to-end project. Clear? So in the end-to-end project, again, we're going to be creating complex queries and stored procedures. So in this, you will be able to create very, very complex stored procedures. If you don't do this project, even though you give thousands of interviews, you will fail forever. Then don't blame me. Sir, I have completed, but I am not getting a job. I'll ask only one question. Did you do the end-to-end project? If you say no, then I will not talk to you, because there is no, use. Even though you attend thousands of interviews, you will fail because you don't understand real time what is going to be happening, right? It is mandatory, but it will be paid project. Then you need to understand. So what about live project starting from today, 7 p.m.? So I don't know what is the schedule. So probably it is not going to start today. It will start probably next week. I think it got postponed, or I think they don't have some bandwidth. So because to make the calls and everything, the call center people do not have the bandwidth. So it got postponed. Probably within 1 or 2 days, I will let you know about the schedules and everything, right? It may start in this week, or if not, next week, Monday it is going to be there. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Manjunath. Okay, guys. So team collaboration means, so how to create a workspace, how to add users to the workspace, how to assign user to the roles, right? So that is what we're going to be discussing. So create a workspace, add members or roles to the workspace. There are 4 predefined roles are available when you open, app.powerbi.com. Let me go to Edge, and I wanted to go to app.powerbi.com, right? And so who's the user? What is the user ID? 59, right? Now I go to some workspace. Let me click on some workspace called Jogi's workspace. Something will be there, right? So this will be a data gateway software. I'll be able to go to this. But as soon as you come and click on the access, so you come to your workspace. Now there is a access. Have you seen this? So access means you can provide the permission, right? So when you click on the access, now there are, people who are attached to these roles: admin role, member role, contributor role, viewer role, right? What is that this guy can do? What is that this guy cannot do it, right? So at home, you will have some privileges, right? As a kid, you will not be able to open the locker where you have gold or the diamonds or the cash is there. So you cannot touch. But as a mother or father, they have the, the permission. They can open the locker. They can take the cash. But as a kid, can you touch that? So people, mother and father will scold, right? So you don't have the permission to open that locker. Now you understand that locker is now your workspace. Your locker is your workspace. In that locker, you have a lot of gold diamonds, right? In the workspace, we have a lot of reports and dashboards, right? So who can access, who cannot access, right? If you're a kid, what is that you can do? If you're a parent, what is that you can do? Or if you're a guest, what is that you can do? Or if it is something else, right? So, okay, what is that you can do? Different rules are available. So, as soon as you create a report, the report or the reports are available in the workspace. Until and unless if you don't give the permission, right? If you don't give the permission, for example, I give the permission to PBI user, let us say I will take 55, right? So this user either can be admin role or a member role, or he can have contributor role or a viewer role, right? So if I give any one permission, then only this user can access they can access this what is called the content, right? So the content means I'm talking about. So dashboards we don't have, but report and dashboards will be there, so that the guy can access, right? So one is that automatically you can send a report to his email ID, right? So for that, nothing is needed. But if he wanted to, the customer wanted to see the reports online, customer wanted to see the reports online, means you have to give him the permissions to your workspace. Otherwise, the customer will not be able to see your reports, right? So that is what. Definitely, all the reports are available in a locker. What is your locker? Your locker is called your workspace, right? So how to access the workspace? You have to have the privileges. You need to give the permissions to the end user. So where to give? You need to click on access. When you click on access, now end user, for example, you joined today in Adventure Works company as a manager, right? So you think Bhaskar Jogi got an offer with Adventure Works company. I have joined Adventure Works company today as a sales manager. Now, first I will be able to have the Bhaskar Jogi at adventureworks.com on email ID. So that will be given, and I will be able to get the laptop and everything. After that, so the reporting team will be getting an email. So this user Bhaskar Jogi joined as a sales manager today. So please give the access to the reports. Now the reporting team will be adding his email ID here, right? Bhaskar Jogi email ID, the official email ID has to be added. If I wanted to add this email ID, first of all, I have to register Bhaskar Jogi at adventureworks.com in app.powerbi.com. So I have to give. So I need to create one, email access for it, right? So first 2 months will be free. Third month onwards, Bhaskar Jogi's account will be closed. So the Adventure Works company have to get the licenses, either pro or the premium license, so that Bhaskar Jogi as a senior manager, he will be able to see the reports. Everybody as a developer or admin people, everybody, if they wanted to open this, they need to have the one official email ID. Then the first 2 months access will be free. Right. So after that, so creating user ID and password, his email ID should have access to this workspace, right? So what are the roles are available? Admin, member, contributor, viewer, right? So based on that, you will be able to get the permission, right? So what is your role? Based on that, you will be able to get the permissions, right? Always permissions are given to the roles, not to the individual customers. So for example, how the security is going to work? Security, for example, you have thousands of employees are there in the company, right? So lot of employees are working for the company. So let us say in your family, lot of roles are available. What is the role? You are a child. So the role is called child, right? So, and this is also one more child, right? So this role may be your parent. right? So the next one is called a guest. So based on that, you can give the privileges, right? The child can use few of them. So whatever you can, you have you can go to the kitchen and you can eat something, or you can open refrigerator, fridge, you can do something, but you don't have any permission to open the locker, right? So you don't have any permission. So if you're a kid, if you're a child, you will be able to go to the kitchen and prepare something and eat, or you can go to the refrigerator, open ice creams and eat it, but you cannot, locker, you can, switch on the TV. So whatever you can do it. So if it is a parent will have access to each and everything, right? So if the guest will be will be accessible not to the kitchen, maybe he can have the fridge or he can watch the TV, but not other things, right? So like that. So based on the role that is there, so all the people will be getting the permissions. Tomorrow you may get one more guest, the guest will come to this. So a user directly will not access any items at your home. So what is the role the user is playing? Parent means he will have some privileges, right? Child means you will have some privileges like that. So here, instead of a child, instead of a parent, instead of a guest, so I have an admin role. Admin role means it is just like a parent role. So let me write it. Admin means parent. He can do everything at the workspace level. Then we have a member. Member means just like a child. So he can access a few items, not everything, right? So member, admin, then you can have a viewer. Viewer means very, very minimal, just like a guest at your home. So guest can just watch the TV. He will not be able to allow to the kitchen also to prepare anything, because we wanted to treat him as a god, right? So he can just watch the TV and sit on the sleep or sit or enjoy the music and everything. So viewer will have only a few privileges. Admin will just like a parent, he will have most privileges. Member just like a kid or the child, he will have one or two privileges extra. So something like that, right? So like that. So what is the role that guy belong to? If the senior manager is a member, so this guy will be able to access some reports. So here we have only two things: reports you have and dashboards you have. Clear? So what are the permissions that you have to apply? You have to apply to this guy, but this user directly not associated with the report or a dashboard. User is associated to the role. Remember, user is associated to the role. Role will have the permissions. Roles will have the permission. So this is always a role, role-based security. People always will be talking about, do you know role-based security? What is the meaning? User directly will not go to anything and get the access. User, based on his role, he will be assigned to a role. So role will have some access. Those permissions are given to this guy. So users directly will not be access either report or a dashboard directly. So this is what is called role-based security. Clear? So not only here, everywhere, SQL Server, when you go, let me open SQL Server also, you have lot of roles are available. Let me open SQL Server. Roles are called as groups are available. So users are not directly given permission on the table or on the stored procedure. Users are assigned to the role. Roles will have the permissions, right? Everywhere you need to understand security means it is three layers: users, roles, and the objects. That is what you got to understand everywhere. The security model will be created like that only in the software industry. You, for example, I go below databases, there is a security. So within the database also you will have a security. For example, you open a bank, there is a security here also. So this security I'm not talking about. It's okay. So this is the security you need to close. Below databases, you will have a security. When you open this, so you will be able to have your user ID automatically added so that you do not know. So as soon as you register or you install SQL Server, you don't know that your user ID created and that is going to be added. When you click on connecting this, now what will happen? Your authentication Kedar, Bhaskar, Jogi will be taken automatically. With that help, it is not asking password. This password and everything, you would have given in the Windows level. The Windows authentication is going to be working here, right? So that is what is, what is the Windows authentication? Windows authentication means at the time of, logging into Windows machine, you give the password. With that password, you should be able to go into any other application inside the Windows. For example, I wanted to go to Microsoft Campus. Now, what they'll ask you in the gate level, who are you? Then I'll show my card. So I'm the employee of Microsoft. So if I'm wearing the card, nobody will ask you because they know that this guy already would have been verified in the front office, right? So if the front office guy, the number one, gate, if they, verify, when you go inside and people security will be there in the inner gates, they don't verify because this guy is already verified by gate number one. So gate number two, gate number three, they need not verify. What is the meaning? It is authenticated by already main gate. Main gate is called Windows, right? If the Windows is authenticating, SQL Server will say, I need not worry here. So because Windows is the number one, if they're allowing inside means gate number two again Y verification, gate number three Y verification, it will be waste of time. So Windows authentication means gate number one authentication, that is perfectly done. So with that authentication, you can go to gate number two, gate number three, gate number four, any gate you can go within the Microsoft campus, you are allowed because you're already authenticated by the Windows level. Windows means number one gate in the laptop. That is what you got to understand. Clear? So once you create a login, so then roles are available. Have you seen this? So when you go, these are the roles are available. So you will be able to, have the permissions, your admin role or your some other role. This role, that public role means just like a guest role. So basic privileges you will have. What is the role we can give? So this guy is the sysadmin. When you double click on this, now you see what is the role you have mapped to. So these are the roles, right? So you can see bulk admin, data creator. So have you seen this? These are the predefined roles. So I have automatically assigned to public. You cannot remove. This is the basic one. So plus I am assigned to sysadmin. So if you don't have the privileges, admin privileges, I will not be able to do a lot of things, right? So make sure that what is the role you have assigned to, right? It is what is called role-based security. Okay, so you have created a user, you have a password and everything given at the Windows level. So you can come to here, double click on this, your sysadmin. If you remove and click on OK, now Bhaskar Jogi cannot do a lot of other things in SQL Server. So you see everywhere it is like that. You have a user ID, then you have a role, right? You need to just to go and double click on this. So you click on the server roles. So what is the role you got assigned? You can understand. When you, this is also one more, right? This is also one more. This is also one more. All these are user IDs. So this user ID is got the privileges of admin guy. Like that, everybody will have user ID. Then user ID will be associated to a role. The role will have a permissions, right? Parent means you can open the locker. Guest means you cannot open the locker. What is the role of yours in the family? So what is the role of yours in the company? That is what you got to understand. Clear? Now, what are the predefined roles we have? Admin role, member role, contributor role, and viewer role. Now, let me do, what are the things, what are the actions that I can do in my workspace? Either I can update the workspace, change the name of the workspace, add members to the workspace, add, delete, update members from the workspace, add content, data sets, report, dashboard to the workspace, or delete, update content, whatever I can do it. Share the content with the end user, view the content in the workspace. So these are the few things so anybody can do within the workspace. So, within the house, what all you do? Either you can watch the TV, you can sleep, you can prepare the food, you can study, or you can use, the music system and everything. So whatever you can do, those are the actions that you can do. Like that within the workspace, these are the things that we are going to be doing. Now, if I give admin privilege, for example, I go here. So I wanted to click on access. Now I wanted to give PBA user 55. Okay, so this user would have been registered already, otherwise you cannot get. So you need to give admin. When you click on admin and add, so when you see 59, that is you, that is admin, and 55 is also admin. If I give admin access to this, all first to six, everything you can perform. What is the meaning of 1 to 6? You can just go back. So update workspace, add a member, delete, update, everything, all the actions you can do. That is what is called admin. Admin means parent at home, right? Everybody, parents can do that. So that is the role. So you can do everything, deleting a workspace, creating a workspace, or you wanted to add a few more people, everything that you can do it if you have these privileges. The next one is called member. So member, when you take it, second partially and 4 and 6. What do you mean by second partially? Second means this is the one partially. Add members to workspace you can do, but you cannot delete, you cannot do anything. So and 4, 5, 6 you can do. So 4, 5 and 6 you can do if you're a member. Okay, if you're a member, what all you can do? The second one partially, and 4, 5, 6 you can do completely. So add content you can do, share the content, view the content. So this is what a member can do. So 1 and 3 he will not be able to do it. So remember, 1 and 3 means update the workspace, change names and add, delete, update members. So you cannot, give the permission to few more users because you are not the admin role. You're a member. Member cannot give the permission to other users, right? So that is what is the 4 to 6. Member means second partially 4 through 6. Contributor means 4 and 6 only. Contributor means 4 and 6. 4 you can have, 6 you can have. So this one is you cannot do it. Okay, this is what is called contributor. So contributor means, so member means you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, member, and you can also do this. But contributor means only 4 and 6. So 5 you cannot do it. Share the content with the end users also you cannot do it. You can view the report, you can add content, right? But you cannot share with the other users. That is what is called contributor. He can create a report and dashboard, he can deploy the report, he can delete the report, he can create a dashboard, lot of things he can do, but this guy cannot, give the permission to the end users, and update, add member, and all of them cannot be done. So that is what is called contributor. The next one is viewer. Viewer means only the 6th step he can do it. So only he can view the report. So this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, you will not be able to do it. So you have to understand what kind of a role I have to assign it to Bhaskar Jogi. That information you need to ask, right? Bhaskar Jogi, only the senior manager, he will not do anything. So most of the time, all the managers, all the guys will be attached to this role only. What is the role? The viewer role. Clear? So admin people like technical team who will be allocated to admin, members and contributor. So contributor means developers, but viewers will be the customers always. Clear? They don't do anything. Simply they can watch the reports and dashboards. Clear? So that is what you got to understand. Very, very small session. Did you understand, guys? So what are the roles we have? We have only 4 roles: admin role, member role, contributor role. You need to ask if the Bhaskar Jogi, for example, Bhaskar Jogi email ID is Power BI user 56. You can think like that. So Bhaskar is a end user. So what role you give? Viewer. Click on admin. Click on add. So you will be able to do like this. If we have multiple users, you will be able to write multiple users also. PBI user 51. Then you can write a PBI user 52, right? So you can give multiple users. All of the users are called viewers. Click on add. So at a time, you will be able to give the privileges. Okay, this is how these people are able to access the permissions. If you don't give the privileges, so the users will not be able to view your reports and the dashboards. Remember, clear? That's what is very, very important. How do you give the permission? What kind of a permission you give? You are going to be giving role-based security, role-based permissions. Clear? What are the predefined roles we have in Power BI? Is the interview question. So we have admin role, member role, contributor role, viewer role. What is the difference between each and everything, right? You need to carry this, at least this small information, and you should be able to just read out it. At least write something in your small chit so that you can just read this. So this is what we can do. This is what we cannot do it. So if you give these privileges, clear guys? And who can give the permissions? Only the admin. So admin user only give. For example, I am the admin. Bhaskar Jogi is the admin now. So you can give the privileges. But Bhaskar Jogi is a viewer. If I am a viewer, I cannot create a report. I cannot deploy the report. I cannot delete the report. I cannot create a dashboard. So I'm a sales manager. I don't know what is a Power BI at all. End of the day, I watch the report, but how it is created, I don't know as a sales manager, right? So developer will be doing all of them. So developers will be admins, or developers will be having a member or the contributor roles. The guest role will be given to the end users or the customers, CEO, CFO, serial manager, all the sales people, HR managers will be given guest privileges only. Clear? So the remaining member, so a lot of other things are available that will be given to the technical team. Like we are going to work for the reporting data analytics team in the Adventure Works company, right? So we will be part of member, admin, blah, blah, blah roles, but the customers will be having the guest role. Clear? So what are the privileges it is called? It is called role-based security. Chalo, guys. So without a role, we are not going to be assigning any privileges in the software industry. Need not be Power BI. You go to Java, you go to .NET, you go to SAP, you go to Android, any application you take it, they'll say, we are going to be having a role-based security. What is the meaning? Users are not directly associated with something, some object. Users are going to be associating to the role. The role will have the privileges to the, something else. Clear? So that is what. If I'm a senior manager in the software company, I can have some privileges. But if I am a developer, I will have some privileges. If I am a architect, I will have some privileges. So I'm assigned to a role, architect, or I'm a senior manager, I'm a delivery manager, I'm a simply a junior developer or a trainee engineer, something like that. Based on the role, based on that privileges are going to be assigned in anywhere. Clear? So it is what is called role-based security. Any questions, guys? This is small sessions. Tomorrow we'll continue late.